it makes it pretty slick that here, I basically run an entire Las Vegas show. Hey, it's MarcSavard. I just wanted to show you guys, I get a lot of questions asking, how does the show operate? Get some behind the scenes videos. Well, the industry standard for running most shows in Las Vegas is on a computer, and they run a software called QLabs. Now, QLabs runs sound, video, lighting, everything grouped in queues. It runs separate queues, all kinds of cool things. There's a sound engineer that's hitting all the queues and firing it. My show's a little different because I deal with volunteers, and there's a lot of variables that kind of come when the cues come, how the person responds to the suggestions. So I run all the cues myself. And in order to be able to talk to the laptop, I have a remote system, and that tells the laptop when to fire the cue. And the remote system is called Media Monkey, designed by Charles Peacock. And it's an awesome little system that makes it, easy for a performer like me. I've got the remote actually just taped to the microphone, and I've got some gems on here, which kind of split up. I went to Michael's and I bought some gems and just stuck them to the remote because I'm crafty like that, and I got 4 daughters, so we do crafts. And so I've got volume up, volume down buttons. I've got track forward, track back buttons, and I've got the go button. And the go button moves the cue down and then does whatever's programmed in the computer. It either fires a lighting cue or a sound cue or all of them together, sort of thing. So it's pre-programmed to what I want it to do with each button stroke. Now, I can find my way around the remote, in between the 2 gems is where the go button is, and go up to the top gem. Right and left of that is the volumes, and you get the idea. So I can feel where I'm at in the show without actually having to perform and then look down to press a cue. I can do everything by feel. And most people have no idea that I'm actually operating the show that way because I keep it kind of hidden. Now, tonight in the show, I was purposely exposing it to the video, so we're going to show you after this some edited clips and show you kind of when I was pressing the button to give you an idea of how I operate it. So basically, I've got a iPad over on the far side over here, and the iPad has it's basically just a monitor. It tells me what's coming next on the laptop back at sound control. So when the show's about to start, or before the people come in, we fire the button, so the go button starts the pre-show music. So now the pre-show is playing in the background while people are loading into the theater. So I can control the volume if I want to. Oh, it's a little too loud, I can turn it down, or I can turn it up. And then when it's showtime, I'm backstage here, and I hit the cue, the next button fades out the pre-show, and then I'm gonna start the warning video with the opening music. So I hit the timer, so I know that my show's 1 hour and 50 minutes, and then we start going through the cues. So at the end of this, basically it plays all the way through, and I walk on stage, says, ladies and gentlemen, MarcSavard, and then I call volunteers up on stage. So now everything lights up and the whole volunteers come on and it fires all the cues. So all the lighting works, the wall works, everything kind of just fires on its own, which is a pretty cool thing. I've also got something programmed in here that anytime that I need to just kill what's happening, a click and hold just kills everything on emergency stop of what's happening in the show. I can also click and hold the forward track and it goes to my normal open white with a red screen look. Or if ever I need to put everyone back to sleep, I can hold the back button. I've got that programmed as a hotkey, and the sleep music comes on. And then we go into the sleep music. So it's really kind of slick and ingenious. If I want to change the order, I can be playing something, right? And I can move along the cue and move to something I might want. And let's say, I want to get to, here, I want to get to the hot and cold. So once I get to this point, I can move into the next track and start the hot and cold. So it's pretty slick, and so that's the idea. And yeah, so let me just show you kind of how, sleep, and then they go into sleep. So it's pretty slick. I love the program. It makes it absolutely easy for me as a performer to control kind of what's happening on stage. But we're gonna walk over and keep it rolling. We're gonna walk over to the sound booth. I don't know why I'm talking to the microphone, it's not even on. We're gonna take you to the sound booth and show you basically how the QLabs, bunches all the cues in together to make it all possible. So this is a theater here. It's 376 seats. Seats over on that side. And it's kind of a cool, intimate theater to perform in, which is A lot of fun. It's a place I've called home since 2007. I've done 3,500 shows in here, but it makes it a lot of fun. I love what I do. So here's how the whole system runs. So we talk to the lighting console, we talk to the sound console, and everything is run off of this tiny little laptop. I travel with this, it's my case. Basically, as you can see, all the groups are in here. So when I fire, let's say the opening sequence, we go up to here, well, you can see it's got, the warning video fires an audio cue, fires 3 lighting cues. So everything kind of gets built in on how I want it to operate. I kind of program some rules, and it follows those rules as I go through each of the clips. So let's say I want to go back to, let's say I'm into the pre-show. Once I hit the go button, so it fires all the pre-show music, all the pre-show lights go on, and then when I'm ready to kill it, we kill the pre-show lights on the next cue, and then we fire in the warning video. And that's sort of, and then you see it kind of going through all the cues. So now the timing runs. So let me turn it down a little bit so I could turn it down. So I'm turning the volume down. So now all of these lighting cues are set to a timer. So the audio's running, and then when it gets to this point, at the end of this timer, it's gonna fire the next lighting cue. And at the end of the next timer, it fires the other lighting cue. So that's all pre-programmed, and it's just running by clock. So it's really ingenious, and it makes it pretty slick that here, I basically run an entire Las Vegas show. So anyway, we're gonna show you some footage right now of live of the show. And then hopefully we can zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but hopefully we can zoom in a little bit. You can see my fingers kind of, hitting buttons in there, and you get an idea. So when you come see the show in Vegas, make sure that you try to pay attention to what's happening and see all the cues. Thanks for watching. 1, 2, 97 degrees. Eyes open, and 3, come on back, temperature beginning to rise. Pop those eyes up, come on back, temperature beginning to rise. You might want to do something about it, wave your hand in front of your face, cool yourself off, temperatures continuing to creep up. Really beginning to get hot, temperatures rising now. 99 degrees, continuing to get hot. 100 degrees in here, temperatures continuing to get hot. It's getting hotter and hotter. 106 degrees, temperatures rising. 110 degrees, holy shit balls. 110 degrees, really beginning to get hot. Temperature is rising, getting hotter and hotter. 115 degrees. Help the person out next to you. Help them cool down somehow. I don't know what that means. Yeah, blow the person next to you. Sorry, blow on. Blow on the person next to you. Looks like it's finally beginning to cool off. You're the Lord of the dance, the lead river dancer, putting on one hell of a show. Whenever you hear this piece of music, listen to it carefully. Record each and every note deep in your subconscious mind. These people right here sharing their personalities with you. It's river dancing time. Here we go. Back them up, back them up, back them up. Show them what you can do. Hey, hey. 1, 2, 3. What do I got? Okay, all right, okay. You guys come on back, have a seat. I'm going to cast a voodoo spell on the doll. Whatever happens to the doll, happen to these individuals. I'll show you how it works. Alakazam, Alakazoo, this doll is now voodoo. Keep your eye on the doll at all times. Whatever happens to the doll, happened to these individuals. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8. It's river dancing time. Here we go. Back 'em up, back 'em up, back 'em up. Oh, show 'em what you can do. Hey, ho, hey, ho. This is not an illusion. It's real magic, like wizardry and shit. I'm going to do a little magic. Transformation. Watch carefully. Real magic right before your very eyes. Very venomous, more venomous. Then a viper, more venomous. Then a black mamba, which incidentally aren't even black, kind of a grayish color. More venomous than an Australian brown snake. You know where those are from, Jose? Where? South Texas. You guys have snakes in Ecuador? Yeah, venomous like this. More venomous. This is one of the more venomous. This would eat a venomous snake for breakfast. Careful. Oh, it also eats mini bananas.